UFC President Dana White has officially unveiled several blockbuster matchups for UFC 323, set to take place on December 6 in Las Vegas, and the lineup has fans buzzing with excitement. The card will be headlined by a bantamweight title rematch between reigning champion Merab Dvalishvili and former champion Petr Yan, a fight that promises high-paced action and elite-level skill. This will mark Dvalishvili's fourth title defense of the year, an extraordinary achievement that underscores his relentless work ethic and determination to cement his place as one of the greatest bantamweights in UFC history. The announcement came while Dvalishvili was appearing on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani. In real time, Helwani informed him of Dana White's breaking Instagram Live update confirming the fight. Visibly thrilled, Dvalishvili responded with his trademark enthusiasm, declaring, "Let's dance, my friend. Let's dance. The champion of the world is ready." The Georgian star has quickly become a fan favorite for his tireless pressure, wrestling dominance, and unbreakable spirit. And this fight with Yan is expected to be one of the most anticipated rematches of the year. The co-main event will feature flyweight champion Alexander Pantoja defending his belt against rising contender Joshua Van. Pantoja, who holds the record for the most finishes in flyweight history, confirmed the bout on Instagram, writing, "Next fight confirmed. Counting on your support December 6 in Las Vegas. Let's go for it." Meanwhile, Van, one of the fastest rising stars in the division, shared his excitement on social media, posting, "It's time to write history." Known for his aggressive striking and relentless pace, Van aims to shock the world and dethrone one of the division's most durable champions. Also added to the card is a light heavyweight showdown between Jan Blachowicz and Bogdan Guskov. Blachowicz, the former champion, teased the matchup on X with the message, "What's upcoming next? #legendary Polish power. See you in Las Vegas." Rounding out the main card, Henry Cejudo returns to face undefeated prospect Peyton Talbot. After suffering 3 consecutive losses, Cejudo revealed this could be the final fight of his storied career. "My next fight's my last fight," he admitted. "I've got kids, businesses, and I don't want them to grow up seeing their dad getting hit for a living." With champions defending their belts, legends making possible final appearances, and rising stars looking to break through, UFC 323 is shaping up to be one of the most stacked and emotionally charged events of the year. Former 2-division UFC champion Henry Cejudo found himself in a hilariously awkward situation during a recent livestream with MMA legend Quinton "Rampage" Jackson. What started as a casual hangout quickly turned into an unexpected viral moment after Cejudo unknowingly whispered something private while Rampage was broadcasting live. During the stream, Cejudo approached Rampage and began talking quietly about a girl he had noticed nearby. Completely unaware that thousands of viewers were tuned in, Cejudo leaned in and started whispering, assuming their conversation was off camera. Rampage, amused by the situation, tried to redirect his attention before finally breaking the news to him mid-conversation. "Look at that, right in front of you," Rampage said, trying to keep a straight face as Cejudo leaned closer. "Huh? No, in front of you, like behind you," Cejudo replied, still unaware of what was happening. As Rampage pointed out what he was referring to, he suddenly burst into laughter and told Cejudo, "You didn't know I'm live streaming?" Cejudo's reaction was priceless. With wide eyes and a look of shock, he immediately responded, "No." Rampage, laughing, added, "What, man? We're live. I thought you knew. We've been live the whole time." Cejudo, still caught off guard, shook his head and said, "Really?" To which Rampage jokingly replied, "Yeah, I'm a streamer now, not a fighter anymore." The moment quickly spread across social media, with fans joking about Cejudo's misstep and praising Rampage's comedic timing. Clips of the interaction were shared widely, with many commenting on how Triple C handled the situation with good humor once he realized what had happened. Cejudo, known for his playful personality and self-deprecating humor, has often been a magnet for funny moments both inside and outside the octagon. This incident only added to his growing collection of light-hearted viral clips. Despite the awkwardness, fans appreciated how genuine and spontaneous the exchange was, showing a more relaxed side of both fighters. Rampage Jackson, a former UFC light heavyweight champion and one of MMA's most entertaining personalities, has been actively streaming and connecting with fans online since stepping away from active competition. The unplanned exchange with Cejudo perfectly captured the unpredictable and humorous energy that makes Rampage's livestreams so popular, and gave fans one of the funniest MMA crossover moments of the year. UFC light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira has once again addressed the growing speculation about a potential superfight with heavyweight king Jon Jones, expressing his belief that Jones is genuinely open to the idea. Both fighters are currently 38 years old, and Pereira has made it clear that he wants the fight to happen sooner rather than later, before time and age become limiting factors for either man. During a recent fan Q&A session, Pereira shared his thoughts on the potential matchup and Jones' willingness to make it happen. "I don't think it's just talk," Pereira said. "That's something he's mentioned in interviews, that he wants it. I believe at this stage of his career, with both of us being at a similar age, he knows time is valuable. We don't have time to waste in this sport. If he truly wants it, I think he'll be sincere about making it happen." Pereira went on to reflect on his mindset as a fighter, emphasizing that his focus is always on preparation and performance rather than outcomes or rankings. "This is MMA," he continued. "Those who know my work know that I always say in my interviews, you either win or lose, but what matters is giving your best. I train to be ready for every challenge and to leave the octagon knowing I did everything I could to get the victory." The Brazilian champion also touched on how external factors, such as recognition and rankings, are beyond his control. "Results and records are not always in our hands," Pereira said. "Sometimes we perform our best, but the people responsible for judging or validating that don't always see it the same way. My job is to fight, to deliver my best performance every time. Whether people see me as the best, second best, or even last, that's not up to me." A potential clash between Alex Pereira and Jon Jones would undoubtedly be one of the biggest fights in UFC history. Pereira's incredible rise through the ranks, from middleweight champion to light heavyweight title holder, has made him one of the most feared strikers in the sport. Meanwhile, Jon Jones remains one of the most accomplished fighters of all time, currently holding the heavyweight title. With both men expressing mutual respect and openness to the matchup, fans are eagerly waiting to see if the UFC can bring this monumental fight to life. One that could define the legacies of two of the greatest mixed martial artists of their generation. Former UFC middleweight champion Luke Rockhold has recently done a complete 180 in his opinion of Alex Pereira, the reigning UFC light heavyweight champion. Rockhold, who was once one of Pereira's harshest critics, now admits that his perspective has changed, and he has nothing but respect for Poetin. Just a few years ago, Rockhold was openly dismissive of Pereira's abilities, particularly criticizing his lack of ground skills. In one interview, Rockhold even claimed that he would kill Alex within 10 seconds on the ground, suggesting that Pereira's striking credentials wouldn't save him in an MMA fight. However, as Pereira continued to rise through the ranks, capturing both the middleweight and light heavyweight titles, Rockhold began to see the Brazilian fighter in a new light. In a recent interview with TMZ Sports, Rockhold confessed that his earlier opinions about Pereira were misplaced. "I used to hate on Alex Pereira," Rockhold admitted. "But that mother F*************** is a gangster. It's all about confidence, it's all about heart, and he has it. I can't hate on him anymore. He's one of the GOATs, for real." Rockhold praised Pereira's mindset and attitude, acknowledging that even though Pereira's ground game may not be elite, his courage and self-belief more than make up for it. "He brings that same mentality every time he steps into the octagon," Rockhold continued. "He doesn't have a great ground game, but he's got balls, serious balls. No more hate, Alex. God bless. You're a gangster." This shift in Rockhold's perspective is significant, especially considering how vocal he has been throughout his career about technical mastery and well-roundedness in MMA. Seeing Pereira's success, becoming a two-division UFC champion in record time, seems to have impressed even one of his former critics. "He's one of the best champs of all time," Rockhold said. "Honestly, it's impressive. Alex Pereira has earned respect across the sport not only for his devastating knockout power but also for his calm, stoic demeanor and willingness to take on the biggest challenges. From conquering Israel Adesanya at middleweight to defeating elite light heavyweights like Yuri Prochazka and Jamahal Hill, Pereira's journey has been nothing short of remarkable. For a fighter like Rockhold, known for his strong opinions and elite grappling background, to now call Pereira one of the greatest champions ever highlights just how much Poetin has influenced the modern MMA landscape through his fearless fighting spirit and undeniable results. Former UFC light heavyweight champion Yuri Prochazka recently shared his thoughts on Magomed Ankaliev's performance leading up to UFC 320, where Ankaliev suffered a devastating knockout loss to Alex Pereira and lost the light heavyweight title. Prochazka, who has faced both men inside the octagon, revealed that he noticed something unusual about Ankaliev's demeanor and preparation before the fight, suggesting that the Russian contender didn't seem like himself. Speaking in an interview with MMAfighting.com, Prochazka recalled his observations from the UFC Performance Institute prior to the event. "I didn't see him train too much," Prochazka said. "When I saw him before the fight, he kept catching himself back, always stepping backward. That's when I realized something was off. He didn't have the same presence or energy he usually carries." Prochazka noted that Ankaliev appeared far more cautious than usual, describing him as hesitant and overly careful. "He wasn't like the Magomed I remembered, the one who moves forward, changes levels confidently, and applies pressure," Yuri explained. "This time, he looked reserved, like something was holding him back. He was a totally different person there." After the fight, it was revealed that Ankaliev had entered the octagon with a rib injury, which likely affected his ability to train and perform at full capacity. The news offered some explanation for the unusually passive performance that many fans and analysts had noticed. Ankaliev, known for his composure, technical striking, and strong wrestling base, struggled to impose his usual rhythm and was eventually caught by Pereira's signature left hook, the same weapon that has ended many of the Brazilian's fights. Prochazka, a fellow warrior known for his samurai-like mentality and respect for his opponents, expressed empathy for Ankaliev's situation. "Sometimes, the body just doesn't cooperate," he said. "You can prepare your mind for battle, but if your body isn't ready, it changes everything. That's what I felt when I saw him. His spirit was there, but the body wasn't following." The revelation adds context to one of the most shocking outcomes of UFC 320, where Pereira once again proved his dominance at light heavyweight. As for Prochazka, his keen observation reflects the deep mutual respect among top-level fighters, and a recognition that, in MMA, even the smallest physical issue can alter the outcome of a fight.